Graham Delaet, not quite as exciting a day as we had on Saturday, but still a pretty solid finish out there. This is your best finish ever in a major championship. Can you sum up today for us?
I felt like it was pretty much every golfer will tell you that they always left a few out there and it could have been better, but I felt like that was really one of those days today. I played really, really nicely. I look back at the day and there's probably only 2 shots I'd want to do over, and I was only able to shoot 2 under par. I misread quite a few putts, but I played really, really nicely. I felt really calm all day. From the first tee to the 18th green, and I think that's something I can build on in the future.
I mentioned this is your best finish. You're going to get a spot back in next year's PGA Championship with your finish out here. If you look back on this week, considering that on the 3rd or 4th hole you were just ready to pack it in, how satisfying is it, this finish?
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that, I wouldn't say made it easy, but it made it easier. Like, I had no expectations. I felt like I was playing on house money once I made the cut, and I was just kind of, my focus wasn't really on where I was on the leaderboard or anything like that. I was just trying to kind of get by, and I actually felt pretty good today for the most part. I was swinging it pretty well, and yeah, it was a good week all in all, especially coming in how I felt.
Good week, and this has been a pretty solid season for you overall. I know the improvements of the putting we've talked about. How do you assess what you've done so far to this point?
Yeah, I feel like it's starting to clean up. I think the last couple months, even though the results haven't been there, I feel like I've been playing well. There was a couple weeks, Greenbrier and Canadian Open, I actually didn't really putt that well, but I felt like I played decent. And this week I felt like I did everything pretty well. The couple times that I had a couple short side, couple this rough kind of tricky, and I felt like I hit some good little chip shots. My bunker game was pretty tidy, even though I didn't get them all up and down. But all in all, I feel like my game's in a pretty good spot.
That's not bad considering that you got the playoffs and you got a week off, but then you got 4 weeks hopefully to get down to the Tour Championship. Is that the goal for the end of this year?
Yeah, that's where we all want to be at the start of the year, is that Tour Championship, and I feel like if I do what I have to do to get there, then maybe I'll give Nicky Price something to think about. I'd like to be back on that team, but I got a long ways to go, but I feel like my game's trending in the right direction.
Gonna let the beard grow for the playoffs?
I think so, yeah, probably.
Right. Good luck out there.
Okay, thanks, man.